Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between MadFrog and the little one or LiquidTLO here on Blistering Sands. MadFrog spawning on the south side of Blistering Sands as the red Zerg player. Meanwhile on the north side we have LiquidTLO or the little one spawning on the north side. So TLO versus MadFrog here on Blistering Sands should be a great matchup. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the showcase matches between MadFrog and LiquidTLO. It was a best of 5 series. I did cast all 5 games. Unfortunately, one of the versions got corrupted, and I was unable to upload them to Machinima. So hopefully this one will work out just well. Now coming in from TLO, for some reason going for a 9 racks. This would be a very, very interesting. Okay, so now opening into a 9 racks, and we may see some early Reaper play as we're getting a refinery. So yeah, going in for a 9 racks and now going in for an early refinery, it just indicates that it is going to be some early Reaper play. MadFrog now moving out with this Overlord. And this is going to be very interesting strategy to see how Reapers really work out on Blistering Sands. I haven't seen 9 Reaper against a Zerg player on Blistering Sands before. The walking distance is a little bit cut off by the fact that you can go ahead and jump down this cliff and jump up this cliff. So not quite as close as Steps of War, but now we already see a supply depot now in play, and really as MadFrog comes in, he should try to suspect something is up. Such an early gas now already coming in, looking around the base, needs to figure out what's going on. He's currently sitting at 16/18 food, and he does not have an early spawning pool. That's really, really bad news. If he was trying to go for some sort of 17, oh yeah, it looked like he was originally trying to go for some sort of hatchery opening, but instead, now that the barracks is already down and a Reaper now going to be trained up, things are going to be looking very, very bad indeed. You can already see that the spawning pool is going to take an additional 50 units of time. Reaper is going to take an additional 30 units of time, so that Reaper will be able to get out into the combat in a very, very quick moment. MadFrog still needs to train up a queen and then train Zerglings after that, so those units are going to take quite some time to build, and it all depends on how many kills that early Reaper is able to get off. Will this SCV try to throw down a bunker as well? That's going to be a very, very important question. And is there a decent place for a bunker? Perhaps even in this position, and or even here. And what's this SCV gonna do? Not quite sure, as now a Reaper already on the move. And is this SCV? Yeah, SCV now throwing down a bunker, but for some reason not trying to get within sight of this over here. Drones now coming off the mineral line to try to cause some harassment on this SCV. SCV now halting, and now really needs to continue to build this over here. Otherwise, it's gonna get destroyed. Out comes the Reaper, so Reaper may be able to get off a couple quick shots and be able to take down some of these drones. One drone already turned into a spine crawler, so very nicely done. Reaper now microing beautifully, taking down 2 quick Zerglings, and now 4 Zerglings coming out, but the bunker in there just in time. Wow, beautiful timing on that. As this SCV now repairs this over here, and now another Reaper gonna go ahead and join the party. We do have a drone sitting here, so we'll see if there's any sort of proxy hatchery build, as I've been seeing this really recently after some sort of Reaper opening. Reaper is now trying to jump in. Will it be able to? Yes, barely able to jump inside there, and now that queen taking some damage off of that. Out come these 2 Reapers. One Reaper, oh, quickly getting taken down. So the wrong Reaper trying to lead off, and now that Reaper using that additional range over that queen. Will that queen be able to get any sort of spawn larva off, or any sort of creep tumor? We have a second queen now coming into play, so MadFrog getting the proper counter units, and TLO now throwing down a second refinery. Back over here, we do see the bunker now still sitting empty, as this Reaper trying to use its best and trying to maximize that range and take down some of these units, and now going to try to take down some of these drones. Zerglings now trying to take down these Reapers. Really beautiful micro coming in, as these Reapers now taking damage from that claw attack, and now over here we do have a creep tumor, so that creep tumor now coming in. Will that Reaper be able to jump back inside? No, these Reapers need to jump into here to try to take down that creep tumor, and things not boding well right now. We do have 3 Reapers joining in on this army over here, and back over here we do see 1 factory being laid down. A large number of Zerglings coming out, and I don't know if that was salvaged or destroyed in time, but that bunker has been removed from play. Zerglings with that metabolic boost now moving out, and things not looking good. These Reapers really need to create some sort of front door to not allow these Zerglings. If these Zerglings are able to get a run by, that's going to be very, very bad news indeed. And now Zerglings are able to do a quick run by, only one of them getting a quick shot off, and things looking very, very bad. Will these Reapers be able to jump up and down that cliff effectively? Yeah, jumping back up, getting that more of that range, and now continuing to fire, continuing to fight back. Zerglings now doing a great job. In comes a Marauder. The Marauder trying to do some damage, but but no concussive shells. And those Zerglings, oh, really nicely done, jumping back to that low ground. So using that low ground against those Zerglings as they're unable to chase. Zerglings now running through this base, trying to get some damage down onto those SCVs. Zerglings, however, hyper active, unable to really do any damage. And now we see a second factory come in. So that second factory means more Hellions. SCV needs to perhaps throw down some sort of a building here and here to complete this wall. And as these Hellions are being completed, MadFrog now doing a great job putting this early pressure as these Zerglings now running through this base. One Mule trying to be pulled away, getting taken down. As these, another Reaper sitting inside this over here, Nitro Pack Reaper trying to chase down a Zergling, but that Zergling has a faster movement speed, and down it goes. So, wow, nicely done, but more Zergling's going to go ahead and continue to pressure. One Marauder sitting here, Hellion sitting here, that poor Marauder going to get taken down, but no, nice torching from those Hellions. Hellions able to deal a lot of damage towards those Zerglings, and those Zergling splash damage absolutely huge, and looks like TLO was able to fend off that early Reaper harassment. So now we have an army of Reapers and Hellions against an army of Zerglings, and that just doesn't sound fair for those Zerglings. Back over here, we do have 2 Queens, and now we are upgrading to Tier 2 at a lair. So that lair should be able to deal... should be able to start producing some Spires, or allow that Spire tech. And as soon as that Spire tech opens up, you know, Mutalisk would be able to do a lot of harassment. Now an Armory coming into play. So already thinking about this, TLO most likely going to be throwing down some sort of tech lab in just a moment, as these Hellions, Reapers, Marauders trying to take down these backdoor rocks. So Spine Crawlers really need to reposition themselves over here. Gonna get 2 more Spine Crawlers here as a defensive measure, and 1 Reaper just running around on the inside, maybe able to get off a little bit more drone kills. Those Reapers and those Marauders really dealing that damage, taking down these destructible rocks over here. Hellions continuing to do a lot of pressure as well. So the backdoor rocks will be taken down. Production-wise, we see 1 tech lab being thrown down and nothing else. Another tech lab being thrown down. No weapons upgrade, and we should probably see a Thor. Back over here now, Hellions doing a great job trying to use that really, really long range, trying to take down these Spine Crawlers as they're being built. Are we going to get a transfusion? Yeah, transfusion on that Spine Crawler. Spine Crawler already low on hit points, getting another transfusion, beautifully done. And those Queens really need to get back on that creep. Another transfusion, beautifully done. Reapers and Marauders, down it goes. Down goes 1, and then now those Queens just taking so much burning damage here, just burninating the whole entire field. Back over here, Zerglings may be able to come back around and try to do a lot of splash damage, or try to hold these units within position. And now another Hellion coming up, but these Queens now in position to just finish off this whole entire fight over here. 1 Queen down to, oh, another transfusion, beautifully done. More Hellions trying to get in. No Infernal Pre-Igniter, so those Zerglings trying to get as much damage as well, being forced to pull back. Drone sitting over here, not mining for some reason. Really need to start mining. That Queen taking so much splash damage from all of those Hellions, and now really, really quick turnaround as MadFrog says GG. So, okay, calming down a bit. A crazy Reaper opening, a 9 Reaper opening at the back door of Blistering Sands opens into an early bunker Reaper harassment, beautifully handled by MadFrog. MadFrog transitioning, getting those double Queens, and then getting that Spine Crawlers, was able to handle all of those units there, and then try to do some sort of run by and run units into the base of LiquidTLO or the little one. Little one losing very, very few SCVs or even mules by that harassment, and TLO was able to start macroing up a large number of Hellions and Reapers to counter the whole entire large Zergling army that MadFrog was throwing back. As soon as the numbers started to go into TLO's favor, MadFrog knew that he could not continue to push, so decided to pull back. But these backdoor rocks, which is usually such a strength for Zerg players, where Zerglings are able to run through the back and do a lot of damage to it towards the economy, ends up hurting the Zerg player even more, because those Hellions, Marauders, and Reapers were able to take down those rocks so quickly, so easily, doing a great job microing all of these units, making sure that those Hellions were attacking and then moving during the cooldown of their very slow 2.5 attack speed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between MadFrog and the little one here on Blistering Sands.